Hi everyone, how's it going? So this is Doctor Who Season 5, Episode 7, Part 2 of The Wheel in Space. After watching the first episode, I didn't really know what was going on, if I'm being completely honest with you. We're on some kind of rocket, but there's nobody else here other than a robot. There's another space station kind of nearby, wanting to blow the rocket away, blow it up with some kind of laser. It's just eerily quiet on this rocket, and I don't kind of like it. It's just a bit too... it's too quiet. So I'm quite interested to see what develops and how this continues. So let's go.
Station 3 to Silver Carrier. Station 3 to Silver Carrier. Red band emergency frequency.
Got the range, Bill?
Yes, sir. It's locked on now.
That's it. Don't get much fun, do we? Better make the most of it.
I can change from blasting meteorites, will it?
Hold it a minute.
I like how excited they are about the fact that they're just about to blow up a rocket.
Neither do I.
It isn't funny, Leo. The control is like a kid with a new toy.
Oh, now don't tell me you're going to be an old stick in the mud, too.
If you're referring to Dr. Corwin, she isn't old and she isn't a stick in the mud.
Yes, I know all that, Jarvis, but we still can't be absolutely certain.
Gemma, one thing I beg of you. Don't subject me to psychoanalysis. I told you.
Then isn't it reasonable to assume that the automatic would have taken it to Station 5?
Yes, it would have.
Yes, that's good reasoning. But you're forgetting about the emergency. That could have damaged the control sensors. In fact, it must have done.
What emergency?
Which is why the
He's
rocket
just
is so far
assuming
off
there was an
course.
emergency.
Again.
Emergency yellow, negative orange.
Start the coming tower communication to I'll go myself.
Bill, will you lie down there?
Hey, don't want to know that again.
Hey! Listen! All right, Tanya, get back to the complex. See if you can pin the static down. Valance, Kasali, here. Well,
Dad.
can we move it?
Yes.
Right, you two, take him to the medical bay.
It's no good using radio or radar. We'll have to use millimicron waves.
You think it's coming from the rocket?
I just want to make sure it's not coming from anywhere else.
The rocket. It is.
You sure?
Certain. I was fixed on it anyway. There's no doubt.
Somebody is on board.
Quick, I've somebody injured in here.
BP to 4.7. Do you receive Voyager 5?
Yes, thank you for the information, Station 3.
We have computed an alternative route for your Voyager 5. Stand by for instructions.
It's as if a number of magnets were touching the outer skin of the wheel and then letting go. Localized field effects, that's all.
All detector fields are checked out, sir. Can't be anything serious.
Well, keep a log and let me know.
Right, sir.
More mysteries.
I know.
About those sudden drops in air pressure levels. They were small enough and they sort of adjusted themselves, but I didn't like it.
Well, how small?
Fucking hell.
Only a few millimeters, 1 degree, sometimes 1.5.
This happened on the moon base.
Some fault in the air supply unit.
This happened on the moon
There's
base.
so many.
What, you think there are little green men on board, do you?
Metal men.
Well, the two they brought back weren't exactly normal, were they?
Well, I'll tell you what, eh? If you get scared, I'll let you hold my hand, okay?
And serious.
Oh, hey.
So am I.
And again, please. Out. Now, I want you to take a deep breath
Cough.
and exhale as slowly as you can. Good.
James Robert McCrimmon. Jamie.
Thank you. And your friend?
The doctor.
I can't put that down.
John Smith.
Really?
Aye. Well, I was ill in the cabin, you see. A terrible fever, raving for days. Well, when I came to, the doors were closed against us, the doctor was hurt, and your people came.
All the communicating doors were closed against you.
Aye.
And your friend didn't tell you what happened?
No.
It's on the other side of the wheel complex, about 8 sections on. Now tell Zoe to show you round.
Zoe.
She's our Well, the best way to describe her would be to call her our librarian.
Zoe, you said?
That's right.
Oh, and you will tell me what happens to the doctor?
Yes. Should be interesting. Any facts, no? Yes, he's a nice lad. His name's James...
Computation of information received shows that one of the stars in the Messier 13 group is entering a nova phase. This will be a repetition of the phenomena observed in the Perseus cluster last week. Information of the gamma radiation level is available. Kilt. A barbaric form of garment is worn by a kiltie.
Barbaric?
Are you of Scandinavian origin? Danish?
No, I'm not. I'm a true-bred Scot, and I'll just thank you.
Scotland, of course. Pre-century history is my field, you see. 24,564,000 miles at perihelion.
She's like Rain Man.
161,350,000 miles at aphelion.
Oh, I was dying to know that.
And this is the capacitator bank for the X-ray lasers.
If he's just suffering concussion, not too long.
Oh, it doesn't tell me much. I want facts.
I don't blame you.
Landed with a couple of strays. Panic mysteries from the crew. The routine's getting shoddy, and I don't like it.
What panics?
Oh, nothing.
He's lying. Not completely, and apparently reluctantly. He's very fit, both mentally and physically. Nice, constructive personality. His blood pressure suggests he's not been in space very long.
Lies about what?
He said
What
he had
and
fever
why he
before
was
the
there, I
sanitarium and
guess.
hadn't. His gamma globulins are normal.
Then what?
What's the most precious thing in deep space, Jarvis?
Ah, water. Take your pick.
Exactly. It's space training, even for one-journey travelers. He asked me for a drink of water, and then he left it. He might have been on Earth.
Well, what does this wheel do up here anyway?
Well, it has varied functions, but mainly it's a radio-visual relay station for Earth, a halfway house for deep spaceships, a space research station, stellar early warning station for all types of space phenomena.
Zoe, help me do a quick mental calculation, would you? You're quicker than
It'll be great to see this at leisure. Should be quite an explosion.
Oh, shit.
Right, Zoe? Linear reading is 198.
I don't actually know if the TARDIS is still on this rocket.
At 23 degrees latitude.
Well, the powerhouse, then.
Powerhouse? Yes. Look, Bill, not a word to the others. Just follow me in a moment or two. Zoe, not a word.
Right, sir.
Well, look at me. I don't know what's going on.
Problems?
I don't know.
I smell trouble.
Can you pinpoint it?
It's something to do with that rocket out there. There's something sinister about it.
It's like there's a... inside! I'm enjoying this story quite a lot. I do have to apologise with how dark it suddenly became in here. When I was about halfway through recording this, a massive storm's just started outside and it's gone incredibly dark, and I didn't want to miss anything, so I do apologise with how dark it's become toward the end of this. In terms of the story, as soon as that lady mentioned drops in air pressure, my brain automatically went Moonbase, Ralph, Storeroom, Cybermen. So that kind of gave the game away for a little me, that comment about air pressure, and they were talking about magnets as well. I'm actually quite looking forward to watching the next one now, because things are starting to move along at a really hefty pace. So I'll see you in a bit.